everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my week 19 Slimming World weight loss update. So 19 weeks, would you look at that? So I am back this week and it's not been, actually, I'll be quite honest with you, the best week for me, and I'm going to go straight into how much I've lost, and I only lost half a pound. But what I'm trying to do is what everybody says to me to do, is look at the fact that last week I lost £3 and this week I lost half. So if I put that together, then like in 2 weeks I've lost £3.5, which in the grand scheme of things is not a bad thing at all. But I don't know, I was quite surprised, and I think the reason being was that at the moment, on a personal level, and this is the one thing that I struggle with Slimming World sometimes, is that sometimes, unless you rigorously plan, like I said last week, ironically, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, you do struggle to stick to plan, because what you'll notice with Slimming World is that a lot of things are, you know, cooked from scratch. And if you've got a busy working life, or you've got 2 children, you've got a long commute, for example, you work very antisocial hours, it can be very difficult to either find the time, the inclination, the energy, even the money sometimes to buy food from fresh and cook it all up. And for me personally, this week, well, last week it will have been, and this week, and possibly next week, so the rest of January, I've got a massive work deadline coming up at the end of January, and it's for a project that I've been working on for about 2.5 months now, and it's been a lot of blood, sweat and tears, and I cannot wait to share it all with you when it actually launches. But it's taken up so much time to the point where I have barely had time to eat. I've definitely been eating an evening meal because I'm very like strict on eating as a family and making sure that the kids get lots of nice like fruit and veggies and protein and all the good stuff into them. But it's been one of those situations where I've either had like breakfast or lunch, or I picked at things, and when I have picked at things, they haven't been the best things that I could have picked at. But you know when time is of the essence, and then you just like, oh, I'll just grab it and go. And I've been relying too much on like my hi-fi bars and like any sort of cereal bars that I can eat, and really I try and keep those for treats because I think hi-fis are just like the sexiest things in the world. But I feel like I wasn't really on plan, and it wasn't even that I was eating loads of naughty stuff and being a complete rebel and like shoveling pizza into my mouth like in the corner of a kitchen on my own. It's just one of those weeks where I don't think I was really in the right frame of mind, and obviously I've not been staying at group, and I don't think that has anything to do with it because I've not been staying at group for about 4 or 5 weeks at the moment, and again it's mainly because of this work situation that I've got on. Daisy's surgery has also been booked, and I have the date for that. I'm going to do a video on that after this. I'm trying to do this one first so I don't end up crying, because I feel like I will. It's quite an emotional one for me to make. But that is coming up in February, so I feel very much like I've got a lot of pressure on at the moment to get loads of things done so I can devote as much time as I need to my daughter. If Daisy, if Daisy needs me at any time in February, and I just have to hold her all the time while she cries and she recovers and she's very upset, then she's got me, and I don't want to be worried about this, and I certainly won't be in the right frame of mind for Slimming World then. So I do feel like my target is like really achievable, but I don't know how quickly I'm going to get there now, which is quite frustrating for me because obviously I've had really consistent losses, and now I feel like I've just got to sort of prioritize other parts of my life for a little bit, which is quite hard. So let me know if you've got any tips. You're probably going to say like prepare more and do meal plans and stuff, and you're right, and I think I'm going to do a big food shop tomorrow and try and get my head in the right place. But I'm feeling fine about things. I think you could just say that I'm in a very emotional and stressful place at the moment, and I'm just not really thinking about me as much. Kind of gone back to before when I hadn't started Slimming World and I was very sort of obsessed with Daisy's care. At the moment I'm just trying to sort of juggle all these balls because now I'm self-employed and all of that, and I know that this is probably more of like a lifestyle update as well, but I think that that's what Slimming World is. It's not like a diet, it's a lifestyle choice. So if I struggle, I want to sort of explain to you why. But as it happens, I do weigh myself sneakily at home on occasion, because I quite enjoy just seeing what happens and what the effect of certain foods are on my body. Like, I've noticed that I can eat rice quite freely and I can eat potatoes quite freely, but I've noticed now that if I go near white bread or pasta, I tend to get a good old bloat going on. So I find that quite interesting. But I have weighed myself this morning, and this morning, instead of being 12 stone 13, I was 12 stone 11. So it might be that I'm getting back on track because I am eating the right things. Now, a lot of you have been asking if I could do like what I eat in a week, and I'd be quite happy to do that if I knew that I was eating like breakfast, lunch and tea and snacks and stuff, but I can't promise that they would be very varied or interesting at the moment. So what I might do when my days are less stressful is do like what I eat in a days and things like that. I've got a recipe that I want to put up of just like sort of the night before weigh-in salad that I like to make, so I will share that with you when I get a chance to edit that as well. And I will obviously do any grocery hauls, but if you have any other requests, then let me know. What I eat in a week ones are quite a lot of work, and I'm not being lazy. It's just that if I'm going to do it, I want to do it properly and I want to have great meals to show you. So I'm going to try and think about how I can do that better, perhaps in February before Daisy's surgery. I hope you don't mind. But what I'm going to do now is show you my body and then I'll let you go so this video isn't too long. So this is me in my clothes. Shall I stand back a little bit? There we go. This hoodie, oh no, not hoodie really, it's a jumper, is from Zilla Kids, and it's got a big personalised C on, and I absolutely love it, and you can get them for your kids as well. I only bought one for me because I wasn't sure if Bill would like it, and I don't really want to buy a Daisy one yet because she grows out of things so quick. But yeah, I'm wearing that and a pair of leggings today because I am at home and it's cold. But this is what I look like with clothes on. And then this is, let's move closer now, my tummy. And I personally feel like I can tell that I've lost a couple of pounds since. I really do feel like, well, this is the slimmest I've been in a long time. And then obviously, as you'll remember, I have this poochy bit and loose skin, but I thought it would never go away, but I have to say it is significantly smaller. My belly button is still the most ridiculous shape in the world, but there you go. So yeah, that is everything, and I just want to say good luck to you this week. I feel like January is one of the hardest weeks to get back on it after Christmas, and it's cold, miserable, and with skin, and we still want to eat all of the after eights and all of the quality street and pigs in blankets and all of that jazz, and we can't because Christmas is over. It is over, but we can do this. Like, honestly, when I started, I thought Slimming World was a load of bollocks. I'm sorry if any of the bigwigs at Slimming World are watching. I'm sorry, I thought it was a load of crap, but it's obviously not, and it's absolutely changed my life. I cannot get over the fact that I've lost, like, how much now? 32 pounds. 32 pounds. 32 pounds. Where did I even put that? And how was I carrying that around with me? Like, that's heavier than my child. That's like almost 2 daisies. Well, maybe daisy and a half or something like that. It's ridiculous, and I can't actually believe that I was doing that to my body, and I can't actually believe what I have since done to my body in making that decision to change. So please don't be disheartened. And the way I see it is, like, if you really, really want something, you really, really want to eat it, then eat it. But don't be guilty, and don't go, well, I've eaten that now, so I might as well have a bad day for the rest of the day. Get it out of your system and carry on. Get right back on that horse or that bike or whatever you want to call it, and just keep going, because you don't need to feel guilty about food if you keep going. Like, you can have treats and naughty things and whatever, because that's life, and YOLO. You only live once. I'm cool and straight. But you can do this. You really can do this. And I look forward to seeing all your comments down below, letting me know how you've done this past week. And I will see you next week for week 20, and hopefully next week I'll be like, oh yay, I lost 3 pounds, woo! But we'll see, won't we? But yeah, take care, and thank you so much for watching, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do, because there'll be plenty more of this and me talking about how fat I am in the future. So take care, and bye for now.